to share something with you today that I thought I would never share because it goes against everything I have ever said about this little pot of concealer. If you have really dark under eye circles, if you struggle to cover them over, regardless of what concealer you're using, regardless of how many layers of that concealer you're layering up underneath your eyes, you are going to want to watch this video all the way to the end because I am going to share with you how to get the maximum coverage out of your concealer and also a flawless, natural looking under eye. So let's get straight on with it. Recently, I saw a TikTok video from Michaela Noguera, which absolutely blew my mind and I had to try it immediately. In that video, Michaela used this concealer, the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer, to cover over any imperfections, any discoloration prior to going in with skincare. Yes, you heard me right. Before skincare. So I just thought this isn't going to work for me. This is just so time consuming. I'm not going to be able to do this on a daily basis. This is just going to be for when I want my makeup to look pristine, but I've managed to switch my makeup routine up a little bit in order to fit this in. If I'm in a rush and I've only got 10 minutes, this is out the window. But if I have some time, this is a must. So Michaela uses this all over the face and then about 20-30 minutes later goes in with her regular skincare. And she's right, this does not move at all and it creates the most beautiful canvas for the rest of your products to sit on top of. However, I'm of that age now, much older than Michaela, where I need to use heavier products on my skin with a slight oiliness to them, and it doesn't work when you already have concealer on the face because those oils in those products break the concealer down and you may as well have not put any concealer on your face at all. However, if you use really lightweight water-based products on the face, this may work for you for complexion. Because it didn't work for me on the face, I have switched up my usage and started to use it underneath my eyes, which is something that I have always said this concealer is not good at, and under no circumstances should you apply this underneath the eyes because your eyes will look dry, crusty, crepey, just all of the above, unless you apply it like Michaela Noguera. So let's do that now. So you have to make sure that there is no skincare on your face. And if you are like me, if in a morning you just splash your face with water and you don't actually wash your face with a cleanser, that is going to have to change for this to work. So I now cleanse my face first thing in the morning, and prior to any skincare whatsoever, I pick up my NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer in the shade Light to Vanilla, and I place that underneath my eye just over those areas of darkness, just over the dark circles. I don't go all the way up underneath my eye. I only place it where I need it and then I let that sit. So just to show you how this sits on the face as well when you're applying a few heavier products over the top, I'm going to apply this on my skin as well. So on my cheeks, on my forehead where I've got a bit of discoloration, and also on the tip of my chin where I always get a little bit of redness. After 10 minutes of leaving the concealer, I always like to go in back underneath my eye and check that there is no creasing, no settling in any fine lines, wrinkles or texture. If there has been a little bit of creasing, I take the same brush that I applied the concealer and I just dab that on and smooth out any creases that there may be. After 20 or 30 minutes, now's the time to go in with your skincare products. I like to go in underneath my eyes first using the Bioma Phytomucin Glow Serum. This is a triceramide complex. It is seriously lightweight. It plumps, it smooths. It just gives me the most velvety soft skin underneath my eyes that is the perfect canvas for every other product that I'm going to apply. Around the rest of my face, I do like to apply something slightly heavier. So it does does break down the concealer slightly because my skincare has a more oilier residue, so it is going to break down the concealer, but not 100%. So I am going to still get a little bit more coverage over those imperfections and that discoloration, but not as much as I would receive had I applied something a little bit lighter over the rest of my skin. I'm really confused as to how this works so much better than doing my products in the normal way, skincare first and makeup second. But it so does. My foundation, my concealer, which is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place concealer, just glides on so much better than it did previously. And this concealer is my favorite, hands down. I absolutely love this stuff and it never lets me down, but it's even more beautiful applied in this way. There is no crustiness, there is no cakiness, there is no sinking into any fine lines or wrinkles, and you can apply powder over the top of this without it going all wrinkly and dusty and crusty. So yeah, I absolutely love it. And even though I only used to apply the tiniest amount of this concealer, I actually apply half the amount now because I've already covered over the discoloration with the NARS Soft Matte Complete Concealer. Forgot the name of it then, but absolute genius. So thank you to Michaela for making that video, because had I not seen that video, I would have never thought of using this product underneath the eye, because every time I've used this underneath the eye using it the traditional way, I've had an absolute nightmare. No more. I've had this concealer on for around about 4 hours now, and it is still perfect. The coverage hasn't depleted, it's still very punchy, and yet it looks like I have no product on underneath my eyes. This does not look like a concealer, which is what I was expecting it to look like. I mean, this is thick stuff, thick and heavy, and you would not know. It also feels really lightweight underneath my eyes. I don't think I have ever got this amount of coverage underneath my eyes whilst it looked this natural with no creasing and no cakiness whatsoever. So after 4 hours, this is what it looks like, and I can guarantee after the last 4 days wear that it will look exactly the same after 10 hours. I'm so excited, I really am. I've been on the edge of my seat wanting to share this with you, but I wanted to test it out for at least 4 days to give me the knowledge and belief and the understanding in order to, you know, pass it on without any regrets whatsoever. So I am eager to hear your thoughts on this. Have you tried it already? Are you going to try it in the future? If you are going to try it out, please pop back to this video and put a comment in the comment section with how you got on. I absolutely love it. Please don't forget to like and subscribe before you leave. Hope to see you all in the next one. Bye everyone.